Something I've noticed over the past 10, 15 years is that the constructs around actors is becoming less and less empowering for the actor. So actors are being taken out of the equation and replaced with other things a lot of the time. And that has a cumulative effect. So sure, you can be trained in the old ways and still know what you want, know what your objective is, know what the obstacles around them are, what level of intensity you need to work to overcome them, and all of the sort of fundamental components of acting. But the trouble is that film, television, and stage, the power of storytelling is slowly being pulled away from actors more and more and being put into the hands of somebody else. And somewhere incrementally throughout all of that, actors have started to believe that they're not the core storytellers. They've started to and it's because they're treated that way very regularly as the people who who are the vehicle for the story to come through, as opposed to the people who actually create the story in the moment. And the way you do that is by delving deep into story as an actor and training yourself up so that no matter what environment you're in, whether that's with a director who's not interested in it or whether you're on set with a set piece of work to do, that you still bring your own intrinsic sense of story and internal life with you. And it's not going to do anything other than make you shine in any environment. So the best case scenario is that you have a director of film, TV, or stage who is compelled by story and who does recognize the value of the actor as the artist. That's the best case environment where suddenly extraordinary things happen in those situations. And I think those sort of things, you can see it, say, in Simon Baker's work at the moment, on Tim Winton's book, Breath. You can also see it in the work of even directors like Ivo van Hove, who empower the actor to tell the story. And once they're inside all of that and they believe it and it's true, the entire room gets changed, entire cinema audiences get changed. But actors who haven't quite contacted that yet, or who become obedient inside the system, as opposed to ones who come armed, radiating story, can feel like they're just another cog in the machine. And the thing is, you're not the cog in the machine, you are the physics that makes the machine run. And that's what this school is going to be teaching people, is how to get in contact with the fundamental mechanism of, yes, physics, but life. And that's what we see on stage. That's what Stanislavski talked about when he said that we need to, we need to use nature as our guide. He's saying that we need to actually let the fundamental forces that drive humanity exist on stage and off, as opposed to being subservient to a greater mechanism or helping somebody else illustrate an idea. Actors have the ability to change entire worlds, and also we're the first storytellers. We were there before the paintings went up on the wall in Lascaux. We were there before anything. We were there the moment that fire was put together. And so once we get back in contact with that and realize that it's the people who tell the stories who are the story, then we can pull practitioners back into the center of the art form. And when actors are at the center of the art form, when they're empowered, when they're telling stories, when they're serving storytellers in the form of scriptwriters and playwrights, that's when genuine change can happen again. And you get your dignity back, you get your purpose back, and you can stand tall, happy in the knowledge that you are a member of the oldest art form and still the greatest art form, because storytelling is the human condition.